Hi again, just to continue from the previous video, Development Plan 2. So we've had a look at submitting this task for Part A D101 and sheets 1, 2 and 3. Now let's do the same thing with maybe the electronics. So one thing I wanted to show was if we just go straight to the development plan now, we will see that all the units titles are in red and all of the assignments are in red in text in a grey block, and red indicates it needs to be done. That's what I need to do. However, if we do what we did for the career start, so we have RPL for E38B and for K142, and then just have a look back at the development plan, we will now see that the red text has changed to black, which means I don't need to do it. There's the Y for RPL, and the red text has gone to black and the grey has been gone to white. And similarly for K142, red's changed to black. There's our indicator for RPL, and font's changed. So if we look at overview, we can see, okay, those two units are in black. That's two less units to do, and I can see very clearly with colour. Now, not only has the colour changed actually, so let's just do a quick zoom in again on the dates, but the dates have also changed, and we'll check this by saying, remember how we will say we've now completed D101, so if we see that one is in red and the date for the start is the same 1st to the 1st as in the career start development plan, we'll now say that the E101 unit will start on the 7th of January 2018. Okay, and if we scroll to the right, we'll see that things are blank over here. Now let's go to our progress screen and zoom in a little bit. 1, 2, and we'll say we've now completed the D101 unit. Just put a Y in and use capitals because it looks better, but it doesn't have to be capitals. Now we go back to the development plan and see if anything's changed. Yes, we see that the D101 now has gone black too, indicating it doesn't need to be done, only the red one. And let's check the date. Remember what the date was? It was the 1st for starting that one, but the 7th for starting the next unit. Well, guess what? It's updated. In fact, all the dates now have readjusted. So what is the benefit of that? Well, let's just have a quick check. If we now go to our details page and we left these 3 dates the same as in the career start and just change the Smart Student and the TAFE ID. If let's say we enrolled on the 1st and it expires, but it's now, guess what, it's now, let's say the 3rd of, well, let's say we've been a bit slack, it is the 3rd of March, change the dates, now look at the development plan again, we'll see that all the dates have changed. And what one of the benefits of this is, like the training plan embedded on the OLS, is that it tells you what you have left to do and when you can do, I'll say it again, it shows you what you have to do in the time you have left to do it in, and it'll work out dates that you need to do each thing by. So now it's no longer either the 7th of January or the 1st of January, it is now the 3rd of March. That next assignment, the next task we need to do would be that first task in the E101 unit, and correspondingly we have less time to do the same amount of things, and that hence the reason for making sure we record all the RPL and all the unit completions and all the units partially complete. Okay, let's go back to the dashboard. Now let's say we want to now apply for more units. Yes, it's true, I'm sending this in, so I'm applying for more units. True. Complete sheets 1, 2, 3 and 4 and see your development plan. Okay, well, we've done page 1, we've done page 2, we've entered the progress, but let's say now we've progressed it even a little bit further. We have now done the first assignment in E101. We've also submitted our first aid certificate, but we haven't done the risk assessment yet, so I'm going to say that's partially completed that unit. Likewise for E104, solve problems in DC circuits. I've done all 3 assignments, but not the skills assessment or the theory test. Now, I haven't completed, so that's our progress. So that's the progress that we've done so far, because remember how we got our RPL for K142. Now we've moved to sheet 4. Now this is where you apply for more units, apply for your next block of units to be opened. And we'll just increase the zoom to 120% here. Same format with the units. Here we have 2 columns. Now it shows us very easily in one spot the RPL we've applied for. Oh yeah, that's right, I remember now, I've got RPL for those. Yes, I've completed that. Yes, I've partially completed those 2 units. So what would be my next units? Well, here you go, block A, B, C and D. It's got to be these 3 here. Let's apply for these 3 units. And that's it. That's what you do. Put a Y in there. And that way, when you send it in to us, we can see very clearly that you've done one. You maybe have RPL, maybe you don't, but you need to have completed or partially completed the units as you go. Now let's check the development plan, and we'll see those changes have been made. So we can see the ones in red. They're still in red because remember they're only partially completed. Okay, so it's just to make sure remind you that any theory test needs to be still done. That's still in red. Actually, the skills assessments don't appear in red, but that's okay. So your next block of units, this block in C, E102, H102 and E123 for those in the electronics course. Okay, let's go back to the dashboard. Now let's stop the video here, and we'll continue in the next video and apply for the next skills block.